I'm about to go live on here because of my live on Instagram was just not working. They fucking with my live. Like, no, bitch. We're gonna fuck up your live because we don't want you talking about this stuff. So shut up. So basically, that's what they did. They're like, bitch, you're not about to talk about this type of topic. And I liked my red filter on there because I'm working with highly energy. And I was like on a roll, and my whole live just shut down. So, hold on, let me let Instagram know. Because Instagram tripping. Anyway, so this is a shadow reading. Shadow reading basically is calling out the shadows of things that need to be released. It is Scorpio season, so I told myself that I'm going to dedicate most of my readings to shadow work, which we all need that. It's very essential to our journey to move forward and to bring about blessings into our life when the more and more we cut cords with things. So if you guys are easily triggered by readings like this that are not always, seemingly what y'all call positive versus negative readings, um, don't watch it because I'm only speaking to those that really are about that life, about that work, and want to better themselves. And knowing that you can't only just highlight on the light stuff all the time because you're not able to identify what true light is until you face your shadows, the dark, which the dark is not always a bad thing because we learn more and more about ourselves. It doesn't always have to be sinister, dark, evil things, of course, or things that we don't like about ourselves. We find things within ourselves that we uncovered that we didn't even know that were there. So that's why shadow work is important. So being that this is Scorpio season, Scorpio does represent the occult, the subconscious, sex, death, rebirth, all of that good shit. Like I said, I'm working with Kali energy, so I'm about to get in. So if you guys don't like these type of readings, I'm warning you now. I'm going to tap in. Instagram cut my live off. I was on a roll. So I'm going to tap in and reiterate what I said on there, and anything else that I may have missed, I'm going to pick up here. What's up, sis? What's up, everybody on the chat? Yeah, unfortunately, we have um, Mercury retrograde, and it's not cool. Like, it's coming up, but it is what it is. All right. So, you bought some weaves. Ah! Shit. I love playing in wigs. Y'all know that. Or for those that have been on my channel, I've done so many different looks. It's crazy. But not to get interrupted, because it's going, I'm live, you guys. So if you come back and you watch this after I save it, I'm not talking to myself. So before Instagram cut me off because I was going in for like a good 15 minutes before my live crashed, which never happens to me. But anyway, I'm getting that what I was picking up was connections, and this is a tough one for everyone. Knowing damn well that not everybody serves our highest good, whether that's friends, whether that's family, whether that's lovers, whatever, love interests, crushes, whatever, knowing that these people don't serve us, spirit and your ancestors are not pleased, like for real, because they know that something is not good for you, but you want to hold on to it. And pretend dumb, play dumb with yourself when you know good and well that that's not true. So there's ancestors that are like, okay, we'll let you play your own game until you get tired of it and surrender to control. Then, things will start to flow for you. But but there's connections you need to just let go of. There's a lot of connections where people are keeping you stuck. So whether say you're in a living situation with a roommate, or you're in a living situation with a boyfriend or girlfriend is toxic, and they keep gaslighting you. Oh, you can't leave because, if you do that, then you ain't a real person, or blah, blah, blah. You can't do this because we have kids, and all this attachment stuff, and they know that they're not good for you, or that you're not good for each other for whatever reason. You just don't vibe. that giving your power away to that, and giving that person your power away, and the power that the divine is giving you, and the divine assistance that you really do have to break free of that, making you believe that you cannot do that, is like a slap in the face to spirit. Because if you stay within yourself that I'm ready to cut cords with this person, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Because I had this with a friend, I've had this with an ex, that I said to myself, I don't know how I'm ever gonna break free from this, because of timing, because of everybody that knows us and knows us as best friend, or knows us to be this, and we have this together, and blah blah blah. I don't know how people are gonna, how it's gonna work, how is that gonna look. um is this person gonna think I'm fake because I decided I don't want to deal with them anymore? Like, you have to cut all that bullshit out. Like, who gives a fuck? If you're not good for me, then you're not good for me. I had a friend for fucking, I known this person since I was in second grade. She was one of the first people that played with me on the playground. I was the kid that really didn't have any friends. Like, I was used to playing by myself sometimes. So she came up to me and we became friends, and we were friends throughout school. And then in high school and junior high, we were junior high, tail end of junior high into high school, we really got tighter and closer, and as adults. But it was like, it was toxic, it was really bad. And I was like, well, I feel bad because of her life, that she grew up a certain way. I felt bad, she had a rough life, so I empathize with certain things. Maybe that's why she does this. And but no, fuck that. And I kept getting dreams from spirit like, bitch, you hang out with her, you're gonna die. Maybe not literally, but I had dreams of being murdered being around her, so that's not good. So I took heed to that. And plus, I had to think about my daughter. Like, who's to say that that stuff wasn't spirit trying to wake me the fuck up? Because who knows? This person lives a reckless lifestyle. She doesn't give a fuck about her life. What makes you think she gives a fuck about yours? So I had to let it go. And I had to let go of relationships that just weren't working, regardless of what I wanted, this so called fairy tale. We also have to remind ourselves, too, that a lot of times when we want certain things and certain connections and people, it's because we identify with the trauma. I identify with that friendship because of trauma. Her trauma and my trauma, we bonded. We bonded also solely because we knew each other for so long. Like, yeah, we had like good times and we laughed. Like, I'm not gonna lie and say that I don't miss her at times, but I don't miss the extra stuff. Like, it was too much drama and this competitive. Oh, how many? Oh, I got this many dudes. Oh, you ain't talking to nobody. Cause I'm like, I know a lot of people think that I'm like a player type, or I have all these dudes and all this stuff. Like, I might have people try to talk to me, but I'm not easily persuaded by compliments and all this stuff. But she was the type that like always had a new boyfriend every 5 minutes, and I'm used to being single. Like, I can go without. Like, it's kind of like, it gets to you sometimes. Like, shit, I want a boyfriend or a mate or whatever, but she had a boyfriend. She was that type that she broke up with one dude. Oh, this is my boo. This is my bae, so and so. And it was always something ratchet, like cash money, so and so. Like, somebody, there's something ratchet all the time. And she would always be like, oh, let's go hang out with some N words, some ninjas. Let's go hang out with some ninjas. So it always would be something. Like, it's just too much. So I said to myself, as much as I love you, I can't do it. And Spirit made a way to cut cords with that relationship. I didn't even have to do it. Spirit cut her out of my life. Same with the relationship. I didn't know how I would ever leave this other person, how I would ever cut cords from them. It just wasn't working. And I stayed because of traditional things like, oh, because of time, and because we share this together, and because of my little fucking fantasy that I wanted, but it wasn't built on the right things. And I knew that. Yeah. Yep. So, unrequited love, before I got cut off of my Instagram live, I was saying that unrequited love connections don't always have to be romantic in nature. They can also be friendships and family. Like, you give too much, you want this, and this other person doesn't want it. They're running, they're not trying to make any effort, they don't want to put in. So I said to myself that sometimes I attracted relationships, or I'll say men romantically. I would attract men that were never available. Either they had kids, that oh, they would use as an excuse, oh, I gotta spend time with my daughter and I can't do this. Like, they'd always have an excuse. I'm like, that's cool, like, you have kids, I get that, but it was always an excuse. I dated 2 guys like that. Then their jobs was always their excuse. Instead of saying, bitch, I don't want to see you or I don't want to spend time with you. And I get, like, you have obligations, you have work to do, but people, like they say, people make time for the things that they want. So people like that. So I've attracted a couple of workaholics that didn't have time. Then there was the men that had multiple women, that you were the juggle. Oh, I can because, and I was attracted to that. And I said to myself that the reason why I was attracted to that, because I really didn't feel safe with people. So I would always attract superficial relationships and connections with people, and men specifically, because if I could keep you like at a distance to where you're not able to fully be, not mine, like in a possessive way, but fully, where we can work together on a romantic relationship fully, then it works for me. So I'm steadily chasing after something that doesn't work. Time after time, I want something that I know is not going to work. Someone that only comes around when they want something. Or, oh, what's up? How you been? They want to kick it, and then they come back around and they feed you things, and it's because there's something in me that needed that validation. I needed someone to be around and make me feel like I was this or that. But then once it was fed, then what do? They dip off. So you have to be very mindful of why you want certain things and why you want certain people, because it could be an escape from reality. Because I had, at the time, every time I would get into a relationship, it was because, or not, I wouldn't even say a relationship, because I haven't really had that many real, like, I probably only had one real serious relationship in my life, if you want to call it that. I was in it for years. But other than that, dating partners, I would say, every time I would get into a dating situation, like 1 or 2 months of dating, it would be based off of some bullshit. It was because I was going through something every time. Like, every time I would be going through a difficult time in my life, and this person would come in. But who's to say that that person wasn't there to heal me? Because I can count many times that that person came into my life, I needed healing, and they helped trigger me. So in short, it was meant to happen, but it was the way that it was happening, the why I was attracting those type of connections, because of things within myself that I needed to heal. So to identify the difference between, and assault, and another thing too, like, people might just think I'm just like this demon against twin flames and stuff. Like, I don't like labels anyway. Labels help us identify, and sometimes they put restrictions on things. So my whole thing with the twin flame stuff is that it creates unrequited love situations. It promotes unrequited love, like this chasing after something, like something that's meant to be in your life. You don't have to chase it. You don't have to pine after it. And I used to eat, sleep, and shit twin flame stuff like a few years ago when I first started my channel. That's what got me up here. Yeah, I feel like this whole entire time, I've been single for over 6 years. I have not met someone that I feel like is completely worth my energy to get into. And there's a lot of times where I'm like, is there something wrong with me? Like, why haven't I found somebody? Is there something wrong? And then I say to myself, it must be divine protection. It's got to be divine protection. And I can't get mad for that. I don't know. But yeah, there's times where I'll be like, am I doing something wrong? But anyway, like I was saying, y'all make me break my chain of thought. The twin flame shit. Yeah, the twin flame stuff, I'm not going to get off topic with that. That promotes unrequited love situations. And it also woke me up, so I'm not chasing anything or anybody ever again. I'm not chasing anything or anyone ever again. Yeah, I mean, I know I have a divine purpose, and I had to go through certain things so I can help people. That's another thing. Like, I can't curse God or the universe or myself or other people for what I've gone through, because it's helped a few people. It's helped some people. Me sharing of myself, which is not easy to do as well. Like, spirit uses my demons to help me go within myself and heal myself. And I'm not the most open person. So me talking and me sharing my experiences is divine spirit working through me and helping me break free from my fears of vulnerability, my fear of trusting people. Because I don't trust people really. But yeah, I mean, back in the day, like when I first started my channel, I ate, sleep, and shit twin flame stuff. That's all I thought that was my whole purpose in life. And in a sense it was, because I was helping people through that energy. I was helping people. But at the time, what I thought, it was very codependent. Like it stopped becoming about me. It became about this connection, and it became about another person, and that's not healthy. It's never good. It's never good. That's not. If you guys are saying it's not a reading because I'm not shuffling cards, it still is a reading because I'm still channeling. But yeah, I don't promote that on my channel anymore. And I have to be very, very, very careful with using twin flames and soulmates and all that stuff loosely, because people, it's a trigger word for people. It's like it brings this euphoric type of energy. It makes you feel something like, oh my God, something special. But no, I mean, it's not to say that spirit doesn't have a divine connection for you. But all this, oh, this person is the only person in the world, and oh, they're in a connect, and like the karmic stuff, I can go on and on and on. Like, I'm not about that bullshit. I'm sorry. I'm not about it. So, I'll never promote stuff on my channel that I know maybe may keep people in a codependent loop. That's why I don't do love readings too much, because I feel like it builds a codependency on people to know what this person's thinking, what they're feeling. Like, I don't feel like that's and from my experience too, because I know how I am too, I get real possessive over people that I love and I care about. And if I'm interested in a person, like, I could get real obsessive. So that's not healthy. That's a problem. That's an issue. So some of these readings where it's like weekly, what are they feeling? What are they thinking? Like, that shit's not necessary. It's not. And it's hard when you're in separation from someone that you love, or you want to be with a person and you don't know how they feel because you're not talking to them. At some point, you're going to have to tell yourself that I trust that whatever is meant to be, if this person truly is for me and they truly love me and care about me, that this will come together. This will happen organically. I don't need to check on this person every week to see what they're thinking and what they're feeling. If I'm doing that, then that means I don't trust spirit enough, or obviously I know something's up. So that's why I don't always do that. And it's cool to check into energies because I want to help people understand where they're at within things. But I don't ever want to promote codependency, because I've been there. Like, before I even started my channel, and I was like lost and I didn't know what I was experiencing, and I thought I was having a soulmate experience, maybe, who knows, whatever, twin flame, whatever I was put onto that. I would go to certain channels and like they would help me, but then it started to get codependent. Like, I would always be looking at readings and what is this person feeling? What are they thinking? And but back then we didn't have, when I first started watching YouTube videos and stuff, they didn't have pick a card readings. I only knew of one person that did them. I don't even know if she still has a YouTube channel, but I would say she probably was the creator as far as the YouTube video goes. She created pick a cards, and that was like 2 or 3 years ago. But anyway, all I had was twin flame readings at the time. That's all I identified with. And I didn't see any readings on divine masculine energy versus divine feminine energy. So I started divine masculine readings. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all can look that shit up. But anyway, yeah. So all of that, it just became too much. And then I started feeling like I was attracting codependent clients that wanted to know, is this my twin flame? Are we going to be together in union? And all that stuff, it became too much. And Spirit said to me to just not do it anymore. Stop doing twin flame readings. So I stopped. And people went in on my head. I'm sure some of you heard this story already before, but a lot of people went in on me, like going off on me, unsubscribing to my channel. You're a hater because you don't have a twin flame, and just like, just really going in on my ass. And I'm just like, this is just a personal decision. Like, this is my channel, and I can't promote this because it's not healthy for me, for one. And I got a reading from someone that it's a reader. She's very gifted. She doesn't know shit about tarot cards, but she can channel the fuck out of some tarot. So I know she's real. She's real deal. And she hit me up and she was like, this person is not your twin flame. This is an infatuation. So I was like, it snapped me out of that illusion, and I had to stop because I was really chasing after something. This person didn't blatantly tell me that he was not interested or to leave him alone. He was kind of like enticing me, and then he would skirt, skirt. So there's like, that can fuck with your head. So I was dealing with someone that was a little manipulative. Maybe this person was just didn't know how to read me, because I think my energy is sometimes a little too much for men. Sometimes they don't know how to read me. They don't know where the fuck I'm coming from, and I get that. But there's a difference. You know when a connection is reciprocated, and you have to be careful. And also another thing too is I attract unrequited love connections. People that think that they're in love with me or think that I'm their twin flame. And I've had a few obsessive people that come across me, and you don't have to do nothing to even make them believe that. But sometimes you got to go back. What type of vibration am I sending out? I'm a person that has been drawn to unrequited relationships. What makes me think that I'm not going to attract other people that are also into that? So it's like a cycle, and I want to break that cycle. I want to break that cycle within myself, and I'm going to claim it that I've already broken it because I don't follow in that energy no more. So with that being said, I want to help other people because I know that it's an epidemic. Just say it, it's an epidemic. And not just romantically. Like, I had to break that with friendships. Like, sometimes it hurts because friendship is also another big thing for me too. Like, I'm kind of a loner at the same time. So if I let you in, like, bitch, you gotta be something for me to let you in. Because I don't befriend a lot of people. I don't trust a lot of people. I just can't. Like, I don't know. And that could be a problem with me. But I've never been a person that had to have a big clique of female friends, guy friends. Like, I had a couple of y'all. Like, I don't trust everybody. I don't need all that drama in my life. I don't need all of that. So I'm good. But as far, I mean, I could be cordial. I could have a lot of associates. That's different from like real friends. Like, people I can really talk to and really trust with my business. Because I don't like telling my business either. Like, I harbor a lot of things inside of me, and that's not always healthy either. But I don't trust people too easily. So if I let you in as a friend, that means you must really be someone that I really vibe with as a friend. So unrequited love can go the same with friendships too. You can attract people that is just superficial. And I had a lot of that where, oh, we look pretty together, we should be friends. Like, that's who I used to be like that when I was 18. I was like not aware of myself. For most of the part of high school, I was cute. I'm not gonna say I wasn't cute, but I was kind of like a nerd. I wasn't popular. I wasn't Miss Popular. I didn't know a lot of people, and I had situations where a lot of popular guys had crushes on me, but they would never tell me that until we got older. That the reason why they didn't talk to me because I wasn't popular. Wasn't that fucked up? Some fucked up shit. So as an adult, I lived vicariously through that girl that I didn't get to be in high school, so I wilded out. I was just doing too much. And yeah, I thought I was cute back then. I thought I was, a baddie and all this stuff. So I just was attracting superficial stuff. And now that I'm older, that stuff doesn't appeal to me. And I still have love for those people from that time frame in my life, but I know that we weren't here. So unrequited love goes multiple ways. And family too, that's another little, like, oof, touchy subject. Touchy subject is family unrequited love, because that happens. A lot of people have to deal with narcissistic family members that I can only love you unless you do this. Like as children, unfortunately, there's some certain children that you can never please your family unless you're good in sports or you're good in school or you're the pretty or the handsome child. Look at my handsome son, and if you do something to fuck up, I don't love you anymore. Like you have to be you have to also be mindful of that too with family. And I dealt with some of that as a child, that if I wasn't a certain way, that I would get mistreated in such a way. So you have narcissistic family members too. You have unrequited love situations where you just want to give and you want to people please. And I think that's where my people pleasing came from. It's from my family. Like I wasn't the cheerleader girl. Like some stuff I got into only because some of my family members wanted me to be in certain stuff. Like it wasn't for me. Like I was never a sports type of girl. I was never. I mean, I took dance classes and stuff like that and step teams, but I was never the type that wanted to be out in the spot like that. And I had a family member that wanted me to do that. She forced me to be in piano classes when the fuck I didn't want to be in piano class. I kind of wish I was now because I want to play instruments. But she was like, gotta do this, you gotta do this. Oh, y'all don't ever want to do nothing. It made me take ballet when I was little. And I'm like, I don't want to do this shit. Like, it's cool to watch on TV and pretend, but I don't want to be that. And I found one thing that I love to do, and or what I thought I loved to do, which was animals. So I had family, oh, you should go to school to be a veterinarian. And to people please, what did I do? I went to school to be a veterinarian, and I was involved in it, and I was like, I can't do this shit. Like this is not for me. Like one day I'll still create my rescue animal shelters one day or something, but I cannot be a doctor, a nurse. I can't. It's too much for me. I can't do it. And it's disgusting. Like I've seen some sick shit and I can't do it. So that's not for me. So I found my niche. And was people happy with it? No, of course they were happy. And that's another thing you also have to be mindful of. Like you might not agree what I do because I grew up a Christian. You may not agree with my religion or my belief systems or whatever I'm into, but as long as you love me, that shouldn't matter because it's my personal journey, my personal choice. That's how I feel too, like with people that come out. Like you can't, like you might not be pleased that your son and your daughter is gay, but at the same time you love them and you respect their journey and what they do. So that was another thing. Like you have certain family members that don't support you. So what do? You seek out people that are going to appease what you didn't have as a child. You're going to seek out relationships with people that you want them to validate you and love you. And then what spirit does is they'll send you people that are not going to validate you so that you learn how to validate your own goddamn self. And that's what I learned. I didn't always have people cheering me on and doing this and oh you're so this and you're so that. Like you gotta learn how to do that for your fucking self, and it's not easy. It's not easy. I'm still learning that. Like I cannot. And I think my other thing is my work. Like sometimes I want my work to be validated because I put a lot of energy into what I do, and it's not just a money thing. Like oh, this is how I get my bread. I gotta like no. Of course, I'm a Taurus. I like security. I like comfort. But when I started my YouTube channel, it wasn't to make money. That's the difference. I'm noticing now, like a lot of people are hopping on this bandwagon of doing readings because they feel like it's easy money, it's quick money. I can attract some dumbasses that want to know about, ooh, how does so and so feel about me? I know it. I see it. That's why I don't watch readers on YouTube unless I'm actually led and guided to watch them. It's a lot of fuckery on YouTube, but I was led. I was not expecting to make no money off of YouTube. Like someone came to me and asked me, "Do I do readings?" And I was like, "No, I just do generals. That's all I do." That because I was working at the time when I started my YouTube channel. So, but I came on here to help people. That's what I came on here to do. So when I'm putting all of my energy into it, and I have people talking shit and talking, saying negative things towards me, which you're always going to have people that say negative things about what you do. Not everybody's going to like what you do, but it also is making me um, validate my own self and say that I'm doing this because this is what my soul is calling me to do. And I'm not here to please people. I'm here to help. I'm not here to appease people. So yeah, I lose subscriptions. I see it. Like, I see it sometimes, and it's like, if you compare yourself to, oh, so and so and this person's channel has this many subscribers and this many views and all this shit, and it's just like, is that what really matters? I'm not for everyone. I know my message is not for everyone. So that's why I had to, I'm not a universal, like, I'm not here to appease the masses. Like, I guess that's not my purpose. I don't know. So it's a difference. Some people are meant to reach masses of people with their message, and some people are just meant to reach certain, like, my message maybe is just not made for everyone. It's not. And I have to learn that sometimes. But sometimes I do get a little butthurt because I put a lot of energy into what I do, spiritually, what I do, and creatively, because I'm a creative person. So I like to add my own creativity and my own ideas to things. And sometimes it's not always appreciated. And I also feel for other readers too, because I can tell who the real readers are. When I come across them, I can tell the ones that really energetically put their energy, and those are the ones that get fucked over. Those are the ones that people like bash them, and they're putting energy in, but they love you when you're rah rah rah, this and that, telling you what you want to hear, because I know this is what you want to hear, and I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to appease your ego, and I'm going to keep you codependent on this bullshit. Those are the ones that get the most praise. But that, it is what it is. That's with everything. That's with everything. So it does not matter. We live in a McDonald's reality, McDonald's world, where we want everything fast. We want the fake shit first. So anyway, back to what I was saying. I went off on a tangent, but maybe that wasn't a tangent, because I probably helped somebody through that whole thing, because I was guided to share that, because I don't like to talk about my business, but y'all know. It was meant for somebody. What else, Divine Spirit, do you want to say? I'm not a preacher either. I'm not a judgmental person. I'm not trying to judge anybody. I don't want anybody to think that. It is what it is, though. The sacred Om. Sacred Om. Some of you guys might need to meditate more, and I know I do, but I feel like when you meditate more, the more clear things will come to you, the more insight you'll have. And then you have the pretenders. And you see how she has all these different instruments and all this different stuff. Like, I feel like this represents you finding your true identity outside of relationships and outside of who you thought you had to be. Like, for me, like, I had to really find who I was, because I found myself due to childhood, based off of certain identities, through the upbringing, through certain relationships. Like, oh, I'm not good enough for this person, so let me dress this way, let me start acting this way, let me do this, and I started to lose myself. So some of you guys may be losing yourself in certain connections. You know that it's not authentic, or you find yourself watering yourself down. Like, when you start doing that, that's how you know that these people do not resonate with you. You got to water yourself down, dumb yourself down, pretend, cloak, blend, rather than being your authentic self within a connection. That's how you know that it's not good for you. Protection. A lot of you are divinely protected, and I feel like if you're worried, and then what's that Bible saying? One of my sisters says that she quotes this often, but it's like, I'll make your enemies your footstool type of thing. You see how this deity, he's stepping on this man, and then he's protecting this other person right here. So I feel like this is you being divinely protected from those things. You feel like, oh, I can't break free from this person. I can't let it go. I don't know how I'm going to do it. This person, he's threatening me, or they're making me feel bad. Like, fuck them. Because Spirit has your best interest. If you already got the call that it's time for you to let go and cut cords with certain things, then that's how you know that it's time to let go. And Spirit shares your vision. You have equal vision. Spirit share, they're on the same accord with you. You just got to be on the same accord with your ancestors and spirit guides, because you have divine help, lamp of knowledge. Like, you already know what needs to go. Like, I'm not telling you something you don't already know. I don't believe that. I'm not telling you something you don't already know. changing bodies and encouragement. This came out in my my YouTube live before I got cut off, but encouragement and changing bodies. So your energy is, you're shifting at a rapid rate. And I feel like you're being encouraged by people. You do have people that are real around you. I feel like you do. Whether they're at a distance or whether they're actively in your life, you have people, if not people, then one person and your ancestors and spirit guides. Your energy is changing at a rapid rate. So that's why spirit is like, you gotta let this shit go. Because there's something ahead. This card reminds me of the chariot card in the tarot. They're on this chariot. So when I think of the chariot, I think of like divine purpose. You have work, and success and achievements and things like that ahead of you. And by carrying, and also another thing too, like some chariot cards you'll see like one horse, the black horse or the white horse, going in two separate directions. I feel like that represents some things are just not on your path anymore. It doesn't necessarily mean that the person has to be bad. It just could be that you're just not on the same frequency. Like, I've outgrown people energetically. Like, we just don't click anymore. And that's okay, because certain things have to happen at a time. It's not always meant to be forever. Whether that's friends, whether that's lovers, it is what it is. So I feel like this is also representing you from departing from who you used to be. This card flew out of the deck. You're protected. Again, this card came out. You are protected. You are protected. So, anything else to conclude with that? Let me use my other deck. The Gods and Goddesses deck. Mantras, Blessings, and Meditations deck. I love these cards. These are one of the cards that I only use when I'm guided to use them. Anything else the Spirit wants them to know? And then I'm going to pull one light card from Lord of Ganesha. And then I'll do some free readings. Because I talked y'all ears off enough, but I know somebody needed to hear it. Okay, so you have the Moon God. The Moon God. So we're still in this new moon phase, and I feel like this is a time that you're going through a cleansing process. Also, this is a time for you to set clear intentions on what it is that you want moving forward that serve you. And so notice how I said cleansing before you set intentions. So you want to set intentions off of a clear energy, clear vibration, clear mind, clear heart. You don't want to take old baggage with you. You cannot manifest, say for instance, you're trying to attract new love. You cannot manifest new love if you're still holding on to an ex, or if you're still holding on to an ex through resentment, lack of forgiveness, anger, guilt, shame. You can't attract things off of that. You want money, but you're in a impoverished mindset. Your energy has to match that what you're asking for. So when I do candle work and candle magic, I always pray before I set the intention, because I want to make sure that my vibration is right before I set an intention. So this is also time to clear away any anxious energy, anxieties, any mental blocks, any mental imbalances within the self. Also, letting go of pessimistic behaviors, patterns, and things like that. You also have the knower of matter and spirit. You guys are very spiritually in tune. Whoever I'm talking to, you don't have to be able to read cards and all this other hoorah, hoopla stuff. You don't have to. These are just tools. You're already spiritually in tune. You see how her head is, it's like light around it. I know it's kind of hard because I have my filter, but you see that circle around her head. It's a yellow bright light. So you guys are enlightened. This energy that you're in right now, you already know what's up, okay? You already have the ability to discern what you need to discern. I feel like you have a spiritual understanding of certain things that are happening around you. You have the God of destruction. You see, he's in meditation. He's deconstructing what doesn't serve him. He's doing this internally. You notice this is not destruction of anger and control and all of that. He's destroying the things within him that does not serve him. He's in a state of meditation. They also have mantras on the back, and sexual energy too. So this kundalini energy, there's a snake around his neck. Some of you guys may be able to channel your sexual energies to help you. This is also a time too where spirit is promising, because this card says the blessings from this card. It says sexual powers, union with a good marriage partner, detachment from life's unexpected changes, numerous benefits from worldly enjoyment and liberation. So when you destroy these destructive energies within yourself, you're bringing about blessings. It's like you got to cleanse, right? Like when you're removing things, you're allowing space for more to come in. That's like, I always use this as an example when you're wanting to buy new furniture, but you got this old grandma stuff, this dusty old couch, but you can't have new stuff until you remove that out of the way. So that's what this is. The boar avatar, the boar. I want to look up what boars mean, if it's in my animal book. Let me see. I always keep my animal book on me. This is my baby. I don't know if it's going to be in here because they don't have every animal in here. They do. Okay. Boars represent fidelity. It says, draw on the family strength and fidelity. Protect what you call family. Hold true to your faith to maneuver through congestion. So when the word family, I use that word very carefully because some family, we're just blood. We're not even really family. Family to me is like soul family, people that really have your best interests, that love you unconditionally. And that could be people that are not physically related to you. They could be related to you universally through other realms, you know what I mean? So I feel like spirit is telling you to remain faithful and true to those that are faithful and true to you. I also feel as well, this is of union within self. You also have to build that connection with your spiritual team that's not here in the physical with you as well. Because what it's going to help, it's going to help you remove fear. It says banishment, protection from the world, okay, from the outside world. Yeah, you need to be in tune with your ancestors and spirit guides, because when you're in communion with them and you trust them, they have your back. Like all this physical stuff and these perceptions of blockages and I can't do this and I can't have that, it's all an illusion. And I have to remind myself of that too. So this is freeing you from the fear of darkness, the fear of shame, blame, resentment. And then you have the wielder of the plow or plow. Okay. So this is also another protective energy as well. This is also being in service of love. This doesn't mean being a doormat or a slave to people, but when you feel guided to give, like when I do these types of readings, I'm not obligated. I'm not obligated to even read for people, but it's a part of my service to others to give back to people. That's how I give back. That's my charity, is doing these readings because it's helping someone. I'm not a slave. I don't have to do this. This is me giving this to you. This is my higher self giving back in some sense. So that's what I'm getting. And you guys are divinely protected. Like your spirit guides keep reiterating that for a reason. All right, let's pull one more card, and I'm going to start taking some free readings. So those of you who stuck it out with my ass, I appreciate you. You're a good sport. All right. I wish I could give y'all ass a hug through the screen. All right. Belonging, relaxation, and energetic movement came out. These three cards flipped out. I didn't even have to shuffle the deck. So number 5 says energetic movement. So number 5 is number of change. Your energy is changing, and I feel like you might even sense it. You might also feel like some of you guys might feel sick. Like I feel sick too, but I feel like that's your energy is shifting into something else. So it's like, you know how you get on a roller coaster, and I feel like the reason why people get sick on roller coasters is because of the movement of the roller coaster. Like there are different types of, you're taking turns, like you're going upside down, you're going straight down, you're going straight up. So it's like you're going through these different waves of movements. That's why you get sick. So when we get sick on a spiritual level, like you start getting headaches, you get kind of nauseous, you feel lightheaded, you know, outside of an actual flu, because this is flu season for some of us. So we're prone to that. But when you're going through energetic changes within the body, it's because you're moving into a different vibration. So of course you're going to get sick. It's called ascension, right? I feel like some of you guys are experiencing that, and that's because of the movement. Then you have 49, relaxation. This is a time for you to surrender and really enjoy this energy, because for some reason I get like this energy is very temporary, and there's something within it that is almost like when you go back and you think about this time in your life, you're like, I wish I would have just enjoyed it and just moved through it, because your life is going to be different from now. And right now you might think that this is a curse wherever you are, or this is like a boring time in your life, but this is the time to really learn and go within and be with yourself, on a deep level, because you're moving into a different climate and energy where you're not always going to have this solitude. And I don't feel like it's a bad thing necessarily, but I just get like this is a time for you to relax. Then you have belonging, number 41, which is again number 5. So the changes that you're having, this feeling of needing to belong, or this feeling of that you don't belong, that's going to shift for you. Okay, that's going to shift. I feel you're going to start to see the abundance of who you are, and that's why you really have to be relaxing your own energy and your own vibration. And I love Ganesh because it's like, it's this royal energy, but this humbleness that I feel like it's, you're royal and you're abundant and you're blessed seemingly, but it's also the humbleness that comes from Ganesh or Ganesha that I take to. I love elephants. Elephants are one of my favorite animals. Um, they call them the gentle giants. So I feel like this is the element of humbleness, because it's like you don't have to tell everyone, oh, I'm special and I'm this and I'm that, or people can see it and they know it. And I feel like even if you express it, it's in a humble sense, and that spirit's got you and you are divinely protected. Remind yourself of that. All right, free reading time. I'm going to do one question per person. If you're going to ask a yes or no question, be prepared that it's not a set in stone thing. I don't like doing, is this going to happen? Is this? So, like future tense questions, because future changes. There's nothing set in stone necessarily. I will say that. Especially if you're asking about another person's free will. So, ask away. Ask away, my dear. I'm just waiting on you. Where'd y'all go? Much love to everybody on the chat. I know I was like talking my ass off. I'm really talking my ass off, y'all. So, you're a good sport. I appreciate you. Alright. Okay, you guys started sending your questions. You guys are going to have to bear with me. I'm not going to catch everybody's questions because y'all is coming in fast. What does Divine Spirit want to tell me? Aphrodite is asking. What does your spirit guys want to tell you? You have the 3 of Wands. So this has something to do with your journey. You're swaying back and forth between something on your journey. Like you're not fully, is there something in you, whether this is, they're calling you out saying that you're not consistent on something, or that you continue to like sway back and forth between, okay, I'm going to go here, I'm going to do this. You're not consistent, and because it could be due to impatience on your journey. You might be worrying too much about something as well, spending too much time in fear. And I feel like there's something to do with Scorpio energy, Scorpio, Gemini, or Aquarian energy. Like there's something on your mind that's keeping you in this limbo, and you're doing yourself a disservice, because it's like whatever you're worried about is unnecessary, they're saying. What else? Okay, so you have the Knight, or sorry, this is the Page in this deck. These are in Spanish, I have to remember. This is the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords, it could be someone that you need to cut ties with, like I said. Could be a Gemini, could be an Aquarius person, but whatever it is, like, or it could just be this back and forth thinking that needs to, you have to be confident in your forward movements, in your choices, your decisions, or where you're headed on your path. I hope that makes sense, but that's what your spirit guides want you to know. Get out of your mental space that you're in, because it's like it's hindering you. Okay, I'm gonna scroll back up because okay. Um. Okay, what does spirit want to tell me? Okay, so what? Why can't Lasana let me go if he doesn't want a relationship with me? Why can't this person let you go? Why can't? Why? What is it, Divine Spirit, that's preventing this person from letting her go? Thank you. Ooh, shit. The whole deck was trying to come apart. You have the Seven of. This is the Chariot. This is El Carro. So this is the Chariot. Um, I feel like this person knows that you guys are not on the same page anymore. They know that you guys no longer vibrate. Remember how I was saying the Chariot card reminds me of people being split apart because they know their journey has come to an end. They're no longer guided to walk the same journey. And I feel like this person knows that on a subconscious level. The Star. So something, I feel like also this person may feel like you guys are destined to be together or that you are destined to meet, and this person is unwilling to let go because of that. The Magician. You have a lot of major arcanas. This person has an inkling or knowing that you guys have a spiritual connection, but that doesn't mean that it's a lifelong connection or that it's necessarily healthy. But this person sways back and forth with that energy, and I feel with the Magician card, he's under some sort of an illusion, though. The Magician is very powerful. He utilizes all of his elements to manifest and create things. There's a love sigil in the back. This person may be like infatuated with you, like they're under some sort of love spell type of energy. That's what this feels like to me. The Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, this person definitely idealizes you. They think that you're very beautiful. So this person is feeling the energy of the connection, but how they're channeling and how they're experiencing it is coming from a little bit of their ego and infatuation. And I also feel like this person isn't able to make sense of this connection because they're not really understanding the spiritual nature of it. Like they have a inner knowing about it, but they're not able to fully understand it, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Will you meet your life partner and have children? You guys are asking future tense questions again. I look at the probability when I do these readings. I don't, oh yeah, for sure. Like, you know what I mean? These cards flew out of the deck. So you have the Ace of Cups. Who asked that? Laura H. Eight of Swords. The Seven of Swords in reverse. The Hangman in reverse. And the 10 of Wands in reverse. You're the only one that is blocking that. It's not that you cannot have it, because the Ace of Cups, I feel like, is a divine blessing, a divine gift, especially when it comes to love. And also fertility. If you look at this card, it looks like a yoni, like a vagina. Also, it could be a third eye. But the Eight of Swords and the Seven of Swords, you have to shift some sort of thinking. Like, your perception connected to this may be all wrong. It's all wrong. I also feel like, too, there's a part of you that doesn't feel like you're ready. So that's what prevents this from coming in. But otherwise, it's not that it's not going to ever happen or that it can't happen to you or that you're not worthy. And when I see these swords, I feel like this is self-imposed thinking. And then you have the Hangman. You have to change your perception of how you're seeing this. And until you graduate past these types of thoughts, you're going to continue to feel like in some way, oh, I can't have it. I'm not worthy of it. You see how he's burdened by these wands. You got to shift your energy, ma'am. And then you have the Hierophant at the bottom. So that's commitment. That's a union. I feel like it's meant for you to have it. And then you have the Lovers at the top. So, you know what it is. Okay, music for the vibe. Can you have a general reading? Music for the vibe. I'm going at the top, you guys. So I'm not skipping anyone per se. I'm starting from where the questions first started coming in. Doesn't necessarily mean that I'll be able to get to everybody because there's a lot of you. But I'll try my best. Okay. Thank you, Divine Spirit. What is general message that you have for music vibe? Thank you. You got the Eight of Pentacles. So I'm getting some sort of support from your higher self or your ancestors and your inner child when it comes to creating something. This looks like a creative project, like something artsy. Like I feel tapping into your higher self and tapping into your inner child is going to help bring forth the success of something that you're working towards. Clarifier. Then you have the Hermit card. So you could also be going through like a spiritual process where you're working on yourself or you're working towards something or you're keeping it hidden for now. Spirit guides may also be telling you to complete this project before you share it with the world, or it could be that this is you. Like you're being upgraded. You're being hidden for this time. The Five of Swords. So get out of this pessimistic energy and feeling like you're the misfortunate one and everybody else is doing better than you or someone got one up on you. Because the World card is that the World is the last major arcana card in the deck. And I feel with this card, this is a liberative energy, freeing yourself from something. So you have a lion here, you have a crow, you have a bull, and you have a dolphin. Let me see what these represent. And there's also a cat in the Eight of Pentacles too, right here. It's like a black and white cat right here. I'm going to look up what these animals mean because I feel guided to. I know lions typically mean strength, but I want to see what the book says because I don't really remember. But okay, so let's start with the crow. It says magical help. Unexpected help with problems and obstacles are at hand to bring relief. Your magic is calling and it will be answered. That was the crow. Let's go to the mammals. Mammals. Insects. Okay, mammals. We have dolphins, lions, and bulls. Do they have a bull? Yep. Bulls represent fertility. Fertile time approaches if you are not too stubborn. Sow new seeds and do not rush them to grow. Work to make life fertile. Then you have dolphin. New promise. Use the creative power of communication for best success. New growth is promised if you pursue new methods. And Mr. Lion. Strength of will. Intuition is working. Now is time for strength of will, patience, and creative imagination. Do not force anything. And I forgot about the cat. Cats represent independence. It says mystery and magic is afoot, but you must find your own way of expressing it. Develop your ability to be more independent. So that's the message for you. Hopefully that resonated. Okay, Crown Miss Mimi, how are you? Tell me what I need to do to get on the right path. What does Miss Mimi need to do to get on the right path? Let's see. To get on the right path. What does she need to do to get on the right path? What does she need to do? Divine Spirit, her angels, her ancestors, to guide and guide her. You got the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is like a journey card. I call it my Moses card. Four of Wands. So there's this expectation of arrival. I feel like you're on the right path because you have the three escalating to the Four of Wands. So I feel like you're on the right path with your journey. Like it's this expectation of an arrival but I feel like you're at where you need to be. So sometimes we think we're not on the right path because of our circumstances or because of what we've done. We might think we've gone backwards or we did something wrong. But I feel like this is spirit saying that you are on the right path. You have a dog here. So this dog, he's running into the picture. I feel like this represents being guided. And then you have the 5 of Wands. So don't fight yourself with this energy too much, because I feel like this is you fighting yourself. Like, you could be facing some adversity, and that's possibly why you're kind of feeling like maybe you're not on the right path. Let me see what dogs represent. And then there's a rooster in the 5 of Wands. Okay, dogs represent faithfulness. Be faithful and alert to protect endeavors and those closest to you. Look at your companionship as it relates to your success. Okay, so don't let people hinder you and block you on your path, because people will try to do that. Whether, they know that you have plans in life, or they just energetically are sent out to block you. Is there a rooster? Roosters are birds. Gotta go back to birds. Okay, roosters, fertility. Time of increased fertility and resurrection is at hand. Optimism increases. Sexuality grows stronger. So I feel like you have to be passionate. And then you have all these wands. And then I didn't notice that you got the 3, the 4, and the 5. So I feel like you are on the right path. You cannot waver in your faith. You can't give up. I know it's easier said than done. You have the 5 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. And then you are at the top of the deck, and then you have the Fool at the bottom. So you have to exceed these blockages, which could be emotional blockages, holding on to past memories and things that have hurt you. You have to let that shit go. But I feel like you're on the right path. Maybe you're already doing these things. Maybe you're already healing. Okay. TR, how does the Taurus I deal with view you? TR, how does this Taurus that you deal with view you? How is this Taurus? The Empress. They think that you're very beautiful. They feel like you're very independent. You're comfortable in your own skin. They may feel like you have all that you need. They see you as someone who's very balanced. They see you as someone who's healthy, someone who has a healthy self-esteem, or just you're a healthy person, or your mindset, your environment. They may also perceive you as someone who's unpredictable. Maybe they don't fully trust you. Or maybe they perceive that you don't fully trust them. But I do see this. You have this snake. There's a snake here. So this person can also see you as very sexy, very seductive. Because the Empress is, whether you're male or female, the Empress is the epitome of beauty. She represents Venetian energy. This could also be a Libra aspect too. But Venus, Taurus's ruling planet is Venus as well. So Venus represents beauty. So I feel like that's, that's how they view you. Okay, Sasha, is your husband going to reconcile with you soon? I'm going to look at where the energies are, like based off of where the energies are with you and your husband, how likely is reconciliation soon? Okay, because I don't like just not set in stone type of thing. So let's see. Thank you, Divine Spirit. Sasha, will her and her husband reconcile soon? Divine Spirit. If there's reversals, those represent no's. Uprights would be yes. If there's no reversals in the pool, majors and aces say yes. Courts and fives say no. Please tell me why it would be a yes or no at this time. As far as reconciliation goes, for Sasha and her husband, thank you. Okay, so you have the Page of Cups. You have the Hangman in reverse. You have the King of Swords. And the 4 of Pentacles. And the 6 of Pentacles. So I get more than likely a yes. You have 1 reversal, which is the Hangman, against 4 uprights. So I feel like more than likely, yes, it's possible that it could happen. I'm seeing with the Page of Cups that Spirit is saying to focus on giving to yourself right now and to your healing, and allow the divine timing, because there's a turtle that's coming out of the water right here. And I feel like this represents allowing time to come in. You may perceive that it's taking a long time, but I feel like Spirit wants you to nurture this and not to be stuck in codependency and holding on and all of that. This person may also need to come to something within themselves. Like they might need to level up and wisen up within themselves, and that could be what Spirit's working on. Because when I see the Hangman, even though he's reversed, this represents enlightenment. It also represents spiritual initiation. So certain things may have to take place before this reconciliation can happen. And I feel like that's because you're both needing to level up on a spiritual level, because maybe your issues were give and take. Maybe someone was very greedy and stingy with their energy rather than giving, as the Six of Pentacles. It was not a mutual give and take. So maybe this is what's being balanced out. Whether this is emotionally or intellectually giving to each other, I feel like you guys are learning through that, or you're meant to. So I hope that makes sense. Am I glitching? Hopefully not. Okay. Is there a life partner coming your way? Laura, you already asked the question. I answered it for you. Natira, hopefully I'm pronouncing your name. It's a pretty name. I just don't know how to pronounce it. What does Spirit want you to do to live your highest good and purpose? Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. You're welcome. Let's see. What does Spirit want you to do to live your highest good and your purpose? What does your spiritual team who lovingly guides you and assists you for your highest good? Thank you. You have the 10 of Pentacles that flew out of the deck. Everyone is like living. Everyone is they're just present. I feel like Spirit wants you to be present. There's kids that are playing in this pentacle, and pentacles is a very powerful totem. I feel like this represents manifestation. You'll manifest more when you're present. I feel like that's what Spirit is saying. And there's a llama that this guy, why is his dick out? And there's kids playing. Like, why is his dick? I don't know if you could see that. Like, he's fully nude. He has no pants on. His dick is out. And there's kids playing. Like, that's fucking weird. Anyway, I never noticed that. Not the pedophile vibes. Like, what the fuck is this shit? Anyway. Oh, no. No, thank you. Let's see what llamas mean. That just rubbed me the wrong way. I don't know what that's about. So, llamas, it says sure-footedness. It says balance, stubbornness, and caution in new endeavors. Climb slowly in your endeavors. Make sure you are on solid ground. So, Spirit, again, like I feel like this is saying to you to be present. Not to be too controlling, not to push back or to pull too much. It's like be in your energy, because when you're present, you'll find that everything aligns for you. You're going to attract more. And I also feel like tapping into your inner child and know that you're divinely protected. So this card may not even represent perversion. It could represent that these people see no perversions. Like this man could be nude, meditating and minding his own business in front of children, and there's no sexual perversion or anything. So this means that also you might need to clear or cleanse out some things within you that blocks you from seeing your abundance. Because it's something that you might be feeling like you gotta do something or you gotta be at a certain place, and it's like just be present. That's all Spirit asks of you. And you see how the Page of Wands or the Knight of Wands, he's just chilling on his horse. He's not even trying to take off. So you may be feeling like you might need to do something actively or physically, but Spirit is saying to just chill and relax, like be present, just live basically. Then you have the Page of Cups. Your heart will guide you. Meaning you'll know intuitively when it's time to move, what it is that you need to do. But I feel like Spirit wants you to be present and to be open. So also kind of have like this childlike energy, because the Knights are young. They're younger energies. So I don't know if that makes any sense. That's what I'm saying though. BB drawings. What messages do your ancestors have for you? What messages do your ancestors have for you? BB. What messages to your ancestors who lovingly guide you and have your best interests at heart? What messages do they have for you? The Two of Swords. The Knight of Swords. and the High Priestess. So they're saying that you know what you need to do moving forward. Um, I feel like you're going through a crossroads because you're about to step into a new energy or new phase in your life, and it's like you're in between like these two energies, and it could be that there's some decisions that you might need to make to bring about this new beginning, because I feel like you're being guided, like you know intuitively, but there's something in you that's second guessing yourself or your decisions. Let me see what bunnies mean. I know they represent fertility, but I want to know for sure like what they're meaning. Rabbits represent weight. Look for fertile signs and use the lunar cycle. The high priestess is a lunar goddess. If you're unsure, wait. Answers will become clear within a month. Then movement is assured. Okay, so you might not have all of the answers. I feel like spirit is telling you, like, you're in a crossroads, you're in a limbo for a reason, and I feel like there will be a decision that needs to be made, or you know that you need to make a decision. Maybe you needed to make this like a while ago or some time ago, but I feel like maybe if not this new moon energy that we're under, then maybe the full moon that's coming up, things will be much more clear as to what it is that you need to do and how you need to move forward, because this person is like trying to balance out two opposite energies. And I feel like this is forward movement and also movement with clarity and making a decision. So that's what your spirit guides want you to know. I don't know if that's clear, if that makes sense. Okay. Am I glitching? I hate how like YouTube has these ugly stills of me, like when I pause. Okay, so Benita, how does Christopher feel about you? 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 How does Christopher feel? How does Christopher feel about you? How does Christopher feel about Benita, Divine Spirit? Okay. You have the King of Swords, or King of Wands, sorry. King of Wands. The Knight of Wands, or Pentacles. Oh my God, I can't talk. Knight of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles. All these court cards. This is not helping. Then we have the Hermit. So, how does this person feel about you? I feel like they fluctuate. Like this person, they also may be very just focused on self right now, because these are a lot of masculine energies, unless they feel like you're exhibiting some sort of masculine behaviors or energies where they feel like how you relate to each other. One person may assert themselves in one way versus the other, but it seems like, let me clarify, is this person focusing on themselves? Because this is not clear. How does this person feel? How does this person feel? Thank you. The Death card. The Lovers. The Wheel of Fortune and Page of Swords. They may feel like something is changing within them, or something is changing within you or your connection, or that something needs to change. Because it's like a lot of court cards. There's a lot of energies here. So this person could be going through some significant changes, or they may feel like you are as well. Like you guys are both changing. But they're seeing you as kind of masculine. That doesn't have to be in a bad way. This could represent assertion, someone that's independent in a way, or someone that's not codependent on another person. Maybe lacking emotion. Page of Wands and the Magician in reverse. Yeah, they're kind of seeing you as someone who's a little aggressive with your energy. Because the Page of Wands in this deck, she's feminine. It's a feminine card rather than a masculine card. So I feel like they're seeing you maybe as the King of Wands. Maybe you're a little hasty with your energy and they're more cool, calm, collected. They may be trying to still figure this connection out, still discern it. feel it out or feel some sort of aspect of it out, because there could be some changes that took place recently in your connection, and they're trying to meditate and reflect upon it. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's not giving me a clear sense of how they feel. No, yeah, I don't know, that was kind of weird. Okay. Yeah. Does Daniel love me like he says he does? Does Daniel love you like he says that he does? Does this person love you like they say? Does this person... I hope some of y'all are still on here. Does this person still love you like they say that they do? Or does he love you like he says that he does? Let's see. Okay, you have the Ace of Wands. You have the Three of Wands. I'm sorry if you can hear the kids. They're like rude as hell. Two of Swords. The Knight of Swords. And the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like they do. They may not exhibit or express love on the most emotional way because you don't have any cup cards, which is more of an emotional energy. So I feel like this person may show you their love through their passions, through their actions, through their... maybe their words are a little bit harsh. Maybe they feel like their love for you is by telling you things like straight up, like not in a light and fluffy manner. I don't feel like this person is the most fluffiest person when it comes to love. And they also may show you love through physical acts like sex or kissing, or through doing things for you. And it could also be like their love for you sometimes could feel like it's flighty and fleeting because of their actions, but nonetheless I feel like they do, but they don't express it on an emotional level. They may not really have a real concept of love, so their perception of love, they feel like they love you, or they don't really know how to express love in a way, or it's just different from yours. I feel like it's different expression from yours, and they may also be a little bit immature when it comes to love, if that makes sense. Regardless of their age. I'll probably do that in another reading, Chenoa. I don't know if you're still on here. The Mercury retrograde love reading, I'll do that like collectively on another time. Do I have someone or people stalking me? Key drawn. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right. Do you have people that are watching you and stalking you? Do you have people who are watching you and stalking you? Let's see. Does we have someone or people? Okay. You have the Nine of Wands. Very defensive energy. The Page of Swords. The Star card. The Ten of Pentacles. And the King of Wands. So I'm getting a no because you have two court cards, which are my no's if there's no reversals. You have two minor like clarifiers. You got the Ten of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands, and then you have one yes card with the star because it's a major. So I'm gonna say no, you don't. I feel like you're protected, or you're just very cautious and very like yeah, I feel like this is caution, but I feel like you're protected. I don't see that there's anybody necessarily stalking you or anything like that, whether that's in real life or over the internet. I don't see that. Okay. Signs or synchronicities that he's the one, Chenoa. I don't know who's still on here, but thank you, Dara. Thank you. I love that I can help people through my mess, through my own madness. Okay, signs or synchronicities that this person is the one. You might get emotional. I just started getting teary-eyed all of a sudden, but not like in an emotional way, but like some onions were cut. Not like, oh, but no, you might really. You have the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Swords. I feel like you're someone who, you may be very guarded and very protective. When you see this person, you might be kind of cautious of them. The Eight of Pentacles, they may have to work to break those walls down. The Four of Swords. Yeah, because I feel like they may also trigger you to like be vulnerable. Like this person may help you like recover from some sort of pain that you've experienced in the past. And then you kind of soften up a little bit from being the Queen of Wands into being the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like this person will also bring about a patience in you. I feel like this person helps you with your past in some sense, whether they actively know that they're doing this or they're doing this on a deeper level than what you realize. But I'm going to still stick to what I said. Like, this person may make you very mushy or very emotional, like in a good way. Like, they're going to help you break down your walls. I feel like that's how you know that it's signs that you've met the one. So it's a person more so that's coming into your life. It's not like you're going to see a whole bunch of numbers and stuff. Like, not to say that you won't, but like Spirit's highlighting more so the energy and the vibe between a person that comes in. So hopefully that makes sense. Alrighty. Who have I not answered? Linda. What can you do to better yourself financially? Ooh, that card came out quick. Two of Cups flew out. I feel like that's balance within self. Yeah, Ace of Cups. You have to heal to receive. Yep, Ten of Wands. You have all these energies on you, like, not, let me rephrase that because I don't want you to go, oh my God, and you're like, I got like demons on me. No, you have like a lot of restrictions. And I know how this energy is. Like, it's things that can block you on your, you know, when it comes to your receptivity, because he's so close to getting home. He's so close. Like, look, his house is in the back in the field, but he's here, like, overwhelmed by these sticks. And I don't even feel like these sticks are even that heavy, but to him this energy is so heavy, and it's keeping him from not realizing that balance and harmony is off. It's here for him, because aces represent not only just new beginnings, but I feel like they represent divine offers, divine gifts. But it's up to us whether we're ready to receive them. So you have to find some sort of emotional balance within self. So I would say you might have to heal. And then there's an angel in this card, and there's a devil on the other side. So you have an angel here in the Two of Cups, and you have the devil on this side. So it's like you got to fight those two inner aspects of yourself. Because I feel like the devil internally is winning. It's causing you to really believe that something is blocking you, or like put you under this deceptive energy that you're not able to reach your destination of where you want to be within yourself and in your living situation. Because the thing about money, I always tell people, I mean, everything is energy and vibration anyway. But with money, it's really just a vibration. If you think about it on a physical level, it's just numbers and it's just some fucking paper, right? So you have to approach it energetically. So if you're in a place where you're feeling like you're impoverished and you can't have money, or that it's not enough to go by, because this reality is like really an illusion. Like, everything is not what it is. Like, you have to see beyond the flesh, and that's something that I remind myself too. But with money, it's a little more easier because it's just an object. So you can't think from a place of lack. So like attracts like what they say. So if you're in a vibration of you're abundant in all ways, period, not just financially, you're going to attract things to you when you're not limiting yourself. So your heart has to be open to receive what you want. You have to be in the energy and vibration of that. And it seems like it's hard, but it's really not. Like, I have to remind myself sometimes, I'm like, I can't spend this because I don't know when I'm going to have enough or whatever. When I let go of that fear, I get blessed with like a client or something that comes through, or, you know, something else comes and works in my favor that I just didn't know, I wasn't thinking about. So you have to release that control of that block. I don't know if you're still on here, Laura, but thank you. I appreciate it. Let's see. I really hope y'all on here, because I don't want to just be reading for people and y'all not even on. Oh, okay. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Is it Chavinese? Will this new love and I move in together? We'll see. Let's see. What is the probability or likelihood based off of your energy and this person's energy of you two moving in together? You have the 10 of Swords. I don't like that card, but he came out. The Knight of Wands. Spirit's protecting you. Spirit's protecting you. 5 of Swords. Spirit is protecting your ass. I'm just telling you. I don't think so. At least not right now. Like, it's not the right time. Spirit's protecting you from something. If it's not this person, they're saving you the trouble later for something. That's what I'm getting. Because the 10 of Swords to me is like, I get pain. I don't know if it's because how I'm sitting. My posture is bad sometimes. I feel like this is like they're saving you the trouble of some sort of disappointment later. The Tower card, I don't, because the Tower represents a building. I'm going to say no. I don't think it's a good idea. And if you do it, I don't feel like it's going to be well. Because it's like Spirit is seeing something that you're not able to see. If you guys do move in together, I do see that it will be a lot of imbalance with it, but there's a possibility that it could help you guys become aware of something, whether it's the relationship, what needs improvement within each other. But I feel like Spirit's protecting you for some reason. Like, that's what I'm getting. Because that's just too many cards. I don't like all them swords like that, especially the 5 of Swords, the 10 of Swords. The 9 of Wands is also very defensive, so I feel like Spirit's protecting you. If you ask me, but that's what I'm getting. Okay, what does Spirit have for you and want you to know or to focus on? And this is Mizzy Garcia. Okay, so I answered everybody's questions except for Mizzy, Jaded Kate, and Victoria P. I've answered everybody's questions. So I see double. So I saw everyone's questions. Okay, so Mizzy, what does Spirit have for you or want you to know or focus on at this time? Let's see. Divine Spirit. Ooh, thank you. Your cards flew out. You have the 2 of Pentacles. You have the King of Pentacles. You have the Knight of Swords. And you have El Loco, the Fool. Alright, so I feel like what Spirit wants you to know. Okay, so it could be that you have some significant people in your life. Could be a King of Pentacles person. This could be career. This could be someone that's stable in your life. Or it could be a air sign person. I feel like you might be juggling between a decision or juggling between 2 separate energies. And I feel like Spirit is telling you to weigh the pros and the cons of each thing, but free yourself, because you keep getting a lot of messages. I feel like your spirit guides are sending you an abundance of signs, messages, synchronicities. You see all these different breeds of birds. You got all these different type of birds that's guiding this woman, and it could feel like you're being led in the wrong direction, or like a direction that you don't feel like it's safe to trust Spirit or trust yourself. But if you keep getting something in abundance, like constantly getting it, that's like Spirit is speaking to you very heavily. It could be a message to trust something, to go forward with something, but you're questioning it. You might spend too much time going back and forth. It's like a part of you knows that it's safe to trust whatever this is good for you, and there's a part of you that's like trying to dissect everything or trying to investigate way too much, and it's causing this imbalance, I feel. But pay attention to the messages that you're getting, because you're getting an abundance of them. That's what I keep getting. You're getting an abundance. Okay. Alright, that's what I'm getting. Jaded Kate. Miss Jaded Kate. What are Gemini T's intentions towards you? What is this Gemini's intentions towards Kate? What is this Gemini's intentions towards Kate? I'm not taking all these cards, Spirit. You need to, you need to get it together. I'm just saying. All right, you have the Seven of Pentacles with Mr. Tumnus. I'm just saying. Have you ever seen that movie, Chronicles of Narnia, or just The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is the name of the book? I think it's called. I think. The Nine of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Hierophant, and the El Diablo, the Devil. Alright, so let's see. Well, this person definitely feels connected to you in a way, like almost in a way. They feel kind of stuck in it. I feel like this person could be a little aggressive at times, or they might feel like they're very, sometimes it might be like an overwhelming sense that they might fluctuate between love and hate with you sometimes. Like, I feel like it's because they don't feel like they're able to control themselves within it, or they feel like in some way they can't trust you. So you have the Seven of Pentacles. I feel like this person's intentions is to keep things flow in a way, because I feel like they want to appease you or to make you happy within the situation and make themselves happy. I feel like they have intentions to do well, but they want to have patience with this because they feel an overwhelming sense of energy. It could be like I said, a love-hate energy. Like they feel a lot for you, or they're very drawn to you, or very attracted. And there's parts, like times that they possibly like resent what they feel. There's handcuffs. This person, they're tied. Like the two people, this couple, they're tied, and it seems like they're trying to break free from this tie. Like they're trying to pull away, or the man is trying to pull away. So this person may feel restricted within this connection. They don't want to necessarily commit right now. If you're already committed to this person on like a serious relationship, they may feel restricted within this connection, like they don't have any freedom. And I'm not getting like freedom to like cheat and do stuff, but it's like in some way they feel like they've lost their own identity. Yeah, and if you're not committed, they're not ready to commit to you, or they don't know if they really want to at this time. It's like they go back and forth on it because they don't want to lose their sense of individuality or security. And that could be some sort of false programming that they have. But I feel like they want to take things slow with the Seven of Pentacles, if that makes sense. Yeah, the Seven of Pentacles came out again. So I feel like this person wants to take their time with this connection. They don't want to force it. So hopefully that made sense. Victoria P, you have like hella questions, but let's see. How does this Adrian person really feel about you? How does this Adrian person really feel? How does this Adrian person truly feel about Victoria? How does this person really feel? Divine Spirit, please give us clear. How does this person really feel? How does this person really feel? Thank you. The Ten of Swords. I believe this is, it could be Set and Osiris, and then Isis is in the back. Let me see. Four of Pentacles. The Eight of Swords. This is some weird energy. Ace of Wands. What the fuck? And the Seven of Swords in reverse. So I feel like this person is not a sneaky, shysty, shady person. I feel like this person may be very protective over this connection over you, or this person may also, I want to say like they have feelings for you, but they don't have a clear understanding of what they feel. Because I feel something in my chest, and when I seen this card, he's stabbing him in the chest, in the heart. That's some cold shit. I feel like they're trying to avoid getting hurt, or that they're trying to avoid hurting you. Let me clarify this with another deck. Because I get like protection. Like they might be trying to protect their heart from you. The Emperor. Yeah, see the Emperor, he could be a protector. He's like a father. Page of Swords. So I get like a warrior energy. The High Priestess in reverse. So the High Priestess in reverse, it's like there's something that's not a secret, or they don't want this to come across as like you're a secret, if that's the case. Because I get that there's not any shadiness. The Seven of Swords is in reverse, so there's no shadiness with this person. So I feel like they may be protecting you. They don't want to hurt you. And I also feel like at the same time they're protecting themselves because they don't want to get hurt either. So I feel like this person may not have a lot of emotional, like, or they don't, kind of similar to this other person's question that I answered, they don't have any emotional energies. All of their energies is based off of practicality, logical energies, passion. It's not really heart-based energy. I feel like this person may have closed their heart off to feeling things out of fear of being hurt, but this person does not want to hurt you. So that's what I'm getting. That's how they really feel. Like they don't want to hurt you, but at the same time, they don't want to get hurt either. This person does have a passion for you, an attraction, a desire. I'm not getting like deep love. Like I don't have any water energies. No cup cards came out. So I don't know if that makes sense. That's what I'm saying. The Five of Pentacles. Yeah, there's like some sort of avoidance though. Like I feel like this person has a fear of rejection or abandonment. So they don't give their heart easily, but one thing is for sure, they don't want to hurt you. So this person can be pushing you away because of that, if that's the case. If that's what's going on, then that would make sense. But that's what I'm saying. I feel like this person has a care for you. I don't feel like they're in love or anything like that, but there's this wanting to protect your energy. I hope that makes sense. Or protect your heart. And also at the same time protect theirs. So I hope that resonates. I feel like that was it. I think everybody asked their questions. So I'm going to hop off, you guys. I appreciate all of you guys that joined. Listen to me talk. But hopefully you guys got something from that. So I appreciate y'all. Much love. I will be doing the giveaway. I'll be back on here Halloween because I have to announce the winners for the free giveaway for a free reading of their choice off of my website. So I'll be back on Halloween, and I also have something else for you guys too. So I have another giveaway too that I want to give you guys. So much love as always. I appreciate you. Be blessed. Work through your shadows. Nothing wrong with it. Much love to you. Take care. Peace. Not bikini body.